You're listening to Daily Horoscope for your zodiac sign with Stephanie Campos. I'm your host, Stephanie Campos, and I am a practicing astrologer, psychic medium, and witch. In each daily episode, I covered a detailed overview of the astrology of the day and what you can expect from full moons to Mercury retrogrades. I've got you covered. And of course, there is always a personalized horoscope for your zodiac sign. If you scroll down in the show notes, there are always timestamps included for your convenience. And a quick pro tip before we dive in, I do recommend listening to your horoscope based on your rising sign for more accuracy. And if you are loving this podcast, don't be shy, leave a rating. Hell, even a review. I'm a one human show and produce each and every episode every day just for you. And your support means so much. Now let's get into the astrology of the day. This is your daily horoscope for Saturday, January 10th, 2026. All times are Pacific Standard Time. The action starts out around 12:30 a.m. when the Sun in Capricorn forms an opposition with Jupiter in Cancer. This is taking place at 20 degrees. This is bringing us back to yesterday when Venus formed an opposition with Jupiter at 20 degrees. So the Sun is our great illuminator, and it is tracing over Venus's steps, bringing more insight and information and revelations regarding whatever took place the day prior. When the Sun sits across the sky from Jupiter, this could look like gaining recognition for some of your dreams, goals, your hard work and effort. You might be feeling a little bit more magnetic. You might be gaining more attention, standing out. You might be feeling a little bit more charitable, wanting to focus on ways in which you can get involved and give back. This energy is great for giving yourself space to recognize how far you've come and to celebrate yourself as well. Now, around 6:30 a.m., Mars in Capricorn will form an opposition with Jupiter in Cancer. And this is also taking place at 20 degrees. When Mars is across the sky from Jupiter, this is a moment of exerting a lot of energy or taking a risk or even experiencing some luck because you took a risk or because you put in a lot of effort towards something. This can actually be productive and hopeful energy, but it also can kick up disagreements and conflicts, especially ones that you've been kind of bottling up. It can really bubble over to the surface because Jupiter just amplifies any planet that it touches, and Mars is ultimately the planet of anger and frustration. So is it possible that you experience some benefits from this planetary face-off? Absolutely. But it is also possible that you get in a fight with one or two people throughout your day. Okay, around 7 a.m., the moon in Libra forms a square with Jupiter in Cancer, and this can look like a big emotional release. And it's also important to note that it's going to go on right away to form a square with Mars in Capricorn. So around the same time, right? Because they're exactly opposite in the sky. And this means that the moon is actually engaging with this planetary pairing that's further away from Earth. So it's making that energy more prominent and bringing it down to us in a more intense way. So this could be a moment where you are feeling under pressure to make a decision, where you are feeling angry, where you are taking a risk and putting yourself out there. But this is definitely energizing, and it's one hell of a way to wake up in the morning. Now, around 8 a.m., we have the last quarter moon in Libra. This is taking place at 20 degrees. This is bringing us back to the full moon in Cancer that took place on January 3rd. So you're going to want to think about what was going on under that full moon, what endings, what revelations, what was illuminated. And this is a period of release, surrendering, kind of pivoting and letting go of what isn't working, of integrating any lessons that came through under that full moon, and creating new space for more aligned ideas, opportunities, and connections to ultimately enter your life. But this isn't a period of manifesting. This is really a period of release. So you can have space to pivot and make sure you are following a path that is more in alignment for you. Later on, around 10 a.m., the moon in Libra will form a square with Venus in Capricorn. Sometimes we're just craving more affection around this time. This can be a moment where you are feeling more affectionate, or you want to indulge in some way, or maybe you're taking action on a creative idea. Sometimes our love language isn't being met in the way we wish it was, but other times it is an opportunity for us to share what we need in our relationships. Aries, the last quarter moon in Libra invites you to make an important decision about one of the key relationships in your life or a contract that you're a part of. This can bring changes also to your overall life direction and your plans. Maybe you are discussing the future with a lover or a roommate. Maybe you're negotiating new terms for a contract, or maybe you're ready to step away from a commitment or a job that no longer feels aligned. Taurus, the last quarter moon in Libra invites you to reflect on your ongoing obligations and responsibilities. There could be some sort of commitment you have in your personal life or your professional life that you're ready to step away from. Maybe you feel just like you're burning the candle at both ends, and this is also an important time to set boundaries and ask for help. This can also invite you to have some more difficult or uncomfortable conversations, but ultimately it will help you free up some of your time, and speaking your truth will set you free. Gemini, the last quarter moon in Libra invites you to reflect on how you spend your free time and who and what you want to invest your time, your energy, and even your financial resources into. So this could range from anything like a romantic relationship to a new hobby or a workshop you want to sign up for. And this is also a powerful time to explore vulnerability and trust in some of your close romantic relationships or collaborative relationships as well. Cancer, the last quarter moon in Libra could bring some sort of change to your living situation. Maybe you're ready to make a decision about signing a new lease or finding a new roommate, or maybe you want to move. This can also bring changes and important updates and developments in your close one-on-one relationships, but especially with your partner, your chosen family, and even your working relationships as well. So this is an important time to address any feelings you've been keeping to yourself in order to get back on the same page, or put some healthier boundaries in place to protect your energy as well. Leo, the last quarter moon in Libra could have you letting go of a commitment, an obligation, or stepping away from a contract that no longer feels aligned. Communication today can feel a little bit of a downer. Maybe you need to set a boundary, maybe you need to have a difficult conversation, but ultimately speaking your truth and just revealing the emotions and the feelings and the thoughts you've been keeping to yourself can feel like you are releasing a burden in some way. Now, this can also just simply bring busy energy. Maybe there's a lot of appointments you're taking care of or paperwork you're tidying up, and you can just feel a little bit overwhelmed with all of the things you've got to get done today. Virgo, the last quarter moon in Libra invites you to reflect on your relationship with abundance, scarcity, your resources, and how you spend your time and your energy. So you might want to make some sort of change with your spending habits. Maybe you're ready to get back on track with a budget, or edit out some subscriptions that you're still subscribed to that you don't actually use. This is also a great time to start spending in alignment with your values. Our money is very powerful, and where we choose to spend it, which businesses we invest in and support, can make a big difference. So this is a great time to really get aligned with how you invest your resources into other people's work. You may also be reflecting on a creative project or ready to make some tweaks with a creative project or passion project as well. Libra, you are the main character under the last quarter moon in your sign, and this can bring some big personal changes. Maybe you're making a decision about a personal goal you've been chasing after. Maybe it no longer feels aligned, or maybe you need to go back to the drawing board and rethink some things. This can also bring up feelings from the past, which can put you in a more emotional mood. It can also bring changes with family members, a living situation, roommates. But since the moon is in your sign, it is very possible that you are feeling a little bit more tender and sensitive today. Give yourself space to let go of any old versions of yourself that you don't want to carry into the future, and to nurture the feelings that come up. Scorpio, under the last quarter moon in Libra, there may be something you want to get off of your chest. This is a very powerful time for you to connect with your intuition and really listen also to what your body is asking of you. If there are some thoughts or feelings or ideas you've been keeping to yourself, speaking them out into the world can be really healing today. This is also a moment where you might want to take an idea that you've been ruminating on in your imagination and really come up with a plan to put it into action. And it's also possible you learn some secrets today. Sagittarius, the last quarter moon in Libra invites you to reflect on your values and how you invest your time, your energy, and your resources. It could also bring changes to some of your social relationships, dynamics, groups you're a part of, and even the way you decide to chase after some of your long-term goals and aspirations. Maybe you need to return to the drawing board and just reflect on coming up with a new plan that feels more sustainable, or maybe you have a different vision and your feelings have changed and there's a new goal you want to prioritize. Capricorn, you are making some big life changes under the last quarter moon in Libra, and this could look like affecting any major area of your life. So your one-on-one relationships, your living situation, your personal goals, your work and professional path. There are big changes underway, and this can stir up big feelings. So just give yourself some time and space to honor and recognize all of the changes that you've made this year, all of the accomplishments you've made this year, and really give yourself some space to unpack how you've transformed and what lies ahead for you. Aquarius, the last quarter moon in Libra invites you to have some important conversations or to share some feelings and thoughts you've been keeping to yourself. Dialogue with other people can also lead to a change in perspective or even inspire you with a new idea you want to start brainstorming about. If you are seeking guidance or clarity, this is also a great day to turn toward a mentor or someone you respect, or also to engage in some sort of spiritual practice or divination work that feels aligned. Pisces, the last quarter moon in Libra could bring some changes to your social circle, but also to the way that you invest in other people and even invest your money and your resources. This is an important day to reflect on the reciprocity and the trust in your relationships, especially with friends, and also to confront some of your hidden desires and your feelings of jealousy or anxiety or projection. There could also be changes in how you are deciding to go after one of your longer-term aspirations. Maybe a goal you once had for yourself doesn't really light you up in the way it once did. And maybe you're ready to switch gears and prioritize something else. As always, I hope your daily horoscope has offered some guidance and support throughout your day. And if you can't get enough of this podcast and want more horoscopes, I invite you to join me over on Patreon, where every Sunday you gain instant access to 7 episodes of your daily horoscope for the week ahead. a weekly psychic reading, a monthly tarot spread, and a monthly meetup, which ranges from group tarot readings to group mediumship readings and circles to ask me anything about your personal birth chart. These group monthly meetups have been a real highlight over the past few months, and I am enjoying them so much. There is a link in the show notes to join. It is only $10 a month, and I hope to see you there. As always, I'm sending you love, protection, and blessings in every single dimension. Thanks so much, and see you tomorrow.